Welcome back to
Sorry. What's that?
Don't Ask.
No, I got it. Don't ask.
Welcome back to
Don't ask.
episode 30.
30.
Wow. 30. I don't even know how we got to this episode already.
Guys, we've had a lot of big things be happening like this week / month.
Yeah.
On Tuesday was Tommy's birthday. Wednesday. It was Wednesday.
Wednesday was my birthday, June 10th.
Tommy is officially 25.
Oh, goodness.
How does that feel?
It actually feels good because Jess and I travel a lot, and one of the milestone markers.
The amount of times he's talked about this already, it's just hilarious.
I'm so hyped about it. One of the markers about hitting 25 is that you can rent a car without getting an underage fee.
The only milestone that comes with hitting 25.
Yeah. Like you could always rent a car, but you would get depends on the company.
Yeah.
You would get hit with $40 a day just for being under the age of 25.
Yeah.
$50 a day. I've been getting $100 a day fee for being under 25 renting a car. And I would be 24, 23 renting a car. So that's why I'm happy because now when we travel, there's no worries ever when I rent a car. I remember when we went to Europe and rented a car, needed to rent a car for 8 days. It was a $40 fee. Guys, it was an extra $320 to rent this car while we were there.
Well, and a few days ago, we were going to rent a car. So let's talk about our flight back home from Cancun.
Yes, because we are back home from the honeymoon.
We're home from the honeymoon. So we had, it was a 3.5 hour direct flight from...
the reason why we went to Cancun.
Yes, we're it's a short flight. It's direct. It's 3.5 hours. It's a shorter flight to go to Cancun than it is to go to Chicago to LA.
Yeah.
So we get on the plane.
The planes.
We were a little nervous in the mornings. My dad had texted me. He was like, "Oh, looks like there's some storms in Chicago. When you guys are gonna be landing, hopefully it doesn't affect your flight at all." But then we got on the plane and we took off fine. So I was like, they must have us figured out.
Yeah. Well, the flight was at noon.
Yeah.
So it was an afternoon flight. And yeah, everything's on time. Jess is doing coffee ASMR. Because this is an early morning episode because I have to go.
Come on. We have to.
Okay.
We can't get distracted.
Okay.
We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Okay. Afternoon flight, on time. The storms are well north of Cancun. They're just in the Chicago area.
We were landing in Chicago at 4:15.
Yes.
And the storms were coming in at 4:30. So we're if we land at the correct time, we should miss these storms.
We should miss the storms.
So we get up in the air, and they said the first 2 hours will be totally fine. The last hour it'll be bumpy with some turbulence because we're headed towards a storm and they have to try to navigate how to get around it.
Right.
Then we get to. Where even what it was in Indiana.
We were flying over Indianapolis in Indiana.
And we're flying over to Indy, and the guy, the captain, he said
the pilot.
The captain.
Do you want me to pick up on the story?
I thought I was doing good.
Oh, what? No, I didn't say you were doing bad, but you were the guy, the captain, it's the pilot.
Okay. The
sorry.
pilot.
Sorry, I was just trying to help.
He said, I don't think it was because of the storms. It was a backup of planes trying to land from previous storms.
So when there's bad storms at Chicago O'Hare, which is one of the busiest airports in the world, they limit the amount of flights coming in due to that weather. Flights coming in and flights going out.
Yeah, so we were in line basically, in this big line to be able to get you're all clear to land.
Yeah.
So we were just doing circles over Indianapolis for probably 45 minutes to an hour.
No, it ended up being an hour and a half up there.
An hour and a half just circling over Indianapolis. And then the pilot goes on the speaker again and he says, they said it'll be probably about another 45 minutes before we can start heading over to Chicago. But
after it's already been an hour and a half.
Yeah, after an hour and a half already. Additional hour and a half. So we've been on this plane for 3.5 hours already.
Yeah, and we were supposed to have landed. It was that 4:15. We should have landed, and the captain said we heard that it's going to be
the pilot.
Oh my gosh.
Let me take over.
Yeah,
chump.
I messed up there.
Then he said it'll be another 45 minutes to get the all clear to go. But he said our plane only has enough fuel for about another half hour. So if we don't get the all clear in a half hour, we have to go do not like an emergency landing, but we had to go land in Cleveland, Ohio,
which is a 6-hour drive to Chicago if we landed, and we didn't know what was going to happen when we land. It's like
because he said we will go, like, if we don't have enough fuel, like, if we can't get in, we're gonna go land in Cleveland. He said, and then hopefully we'll take off. He said I don't even know if they'll let more planes land at O'Hare tonight. Yes. So we didn't even know if we'd be able to like land in Cleveland and like get back up in the air, because he didn't even seem confident that flights would be able to land.
Yeah, and we don't know. This is out of all the times we have flown, which in the last 5 years, Jess and I have calculated we've probably been on close to 200 flights, which is insane. And this was a completely new circumstance that we had experienced. We're diverting to a different airport. Never had that happen before.
Yeah.
What do? Or do you stay on the plane and then they refuel and take off when it's all clear?
Yeah.
Do you get off the plane? Do you have to go find a new flight?
Yeah.
Is there going to be no more flights landing in Chicago, like Jess just said, and we have to drive home? Because we were like, we are making it home tonight.
Yeah. I was like, I'm not sitting here, because we were checking, like Tommy was checking like the United app to see like what flights were going to be leaving that night. But then I was like, if we're being like diverted to land, these flights for sure aren't gonna like take off and land at that time.
Like when we land in Cleveland, do we want to risk waiting for the next flight to Chicago and then having that getting canceled?
Because
and then
I was like, I swear if we get on another flight and they're like, we're delayed again, I'm pissed.
Right, when we could have started that drive home earlier.
Exactly.
Because it's a 6-hour drive once we land in Cleveland.
Yeah, because we wanted to, we were gonna just rent a car. So we land in Cleveland. And we're not even at a gate. We're just like sitting in the middle of the tarmac.
Yeah. Oh, and rent a car. I was still 24 at this point. My birthday was in 2 days.
Exactly.
So I would have gotten hit with that underage fee.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so happy to be 25 now.
Exactly. In case of emergency.
Yeah.
But
land in Cleveland.
We're just sitting on the tarmac, and me and Tommy had both decided we're gonna get off this plane and we're gonna just rent a car and drive home. Like we're not even gonna bother trying to deal with these flights. Like we just want to get home. But we don't pull into a gate. And the pilot is like, so this is kind of what they call like a fuel and go. So we're sitting here, they brought fuel to the plane, they refueled us. And they said we're just gonna wait here for the all clear to go. He said, but with my history and knowledge of these kind of situations, we'll be here for probably multiple hours.
Yeah.
And so me and Tommy were like, you don't even have the option to get off the plane to rent a car right now. We are like, Tommy was texting his family like, we're in one of those plane hostage situations right now.
Yeah, if it's like one of those like horror TikToks you see where people are stuck on the plane, not allowed off for hours.
It's just chaos.
And that's what we thought we were going to be in. We thought we were going to be sitting on this tarmac for hours because they weren't going to allow us to get into Chicago due to that limited flight rule that they put in.
And they were like passing out water and stuff, but like we had like one meal like 4 hours ago. I was like, if we're gonna be stuck here all night, people are gonna start getting like pissed.
Well, and here's another thing is like the storms rolled in at that around 4:30 time when we were supposed to be landing in Chicago, which they diverted us for, and it cleared back up. But it only cleared back up for about a 2-hour period between like 6 and I would say 8:30. At around 8:30 p.m., a whole new set of storms were coming in. And at this moment when we are in Cleveland, we probably landed there around 4:45, 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
So we were like, we have to take, because from Cleveland to Chicago, it's about a 45-minute flight.
Yeah.
Quick. So I'm like, we have like a 2-hour window for Chicago to allow us to land. Otherwise, we're not going to land and we're just going to be on this plane for no point.
Yeah. And the pilot was like, it will take multiple hours for us to get off. But me and Tommy were like we don't have multiple hours to wait, or else we're not going anywhere. Yeah. And I'd be so mad if they let us off the plane like 5 hours later and we could have just drove home as soon as we landed.
Right.
But we sat there for probably, 30 minutes?
I would say 30 minutes we sat there.
30 minutes. Pilot goes on the intercom thing and he said, Guys, I'm so sorry for being pessimistic. Like, this is probably the fastest turnaround I've ever seen, like, flying planes. But, like, we got the all clear and we're taking off now. So
he was like, get seated if you're standing right now.
Yeah,
and
he's like, we're leaving now.
We're leaving because we got to take this window that we just got.
Yeah.
So we were like, everyone like almost started applauding and cheering. And it was a good, I would say, 5.5 hours with being on that plane. We were at 6 hours on that plane at that point.
No, it was 8 hours, Tommy.
Well, no, I meant at that point. Before even taking
point.
off, we were already on the plane for 6 hours. When it was only supposed to be 3.5 hours, we had been on the plane for 6 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then we get up and we're flying, but he's like, there still are storms around Chicago area, so we're gonna have to try to like fly around the storms also. So it's supposed to be like a 45-minute-hour flight, but we had to go.
Well, they might not know geography.
I know. We had to go because we had to cut across Lake Michigan, but then we had to end up going like north into Wisconsin to go around the storm. So it ended up being like a 2-hour flight.
Yeah.
So what was supposed to be a 3.5-hour direct flight ended up being an 8-hour flight. I mean, we could have gone to Europe. We could have gone somewhere else if we're sitting on a plane for 8 hours.
We ended up landing back in Chicago safely and sound at around 8 p.m.
And our bags were one of the first ones to get out. That's the best. I was like, oh, because sometimes baggage claim at O'Hare, you're like, I just want to go home.
Yeah.
And the bag take forever, but ours are like the first 2 bags.
Another whole aspect to this entire thing was the fact that we were an international flight. We were coming from Mexico.
Yeah.
So that was a whole nother thing when we landed in Cleveland. It's like, really, there's kind of some rules they have to follow about whether they can, because they can't just take us to a gate and allow us to sit in the airport.
Because we have to go through customs.
We would have to go through customs.
Yeah.
Which exits you out of the airport and you'd have to grab your bags. So it's like we couldn't pull up to a gate, get off, and then get back on. Like a domestic flight probably could.
Yeah.
So like that was a whole thing too. So we had to stay on the plane but we made it.
We made it home safe and sound. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
So, all right. That happened. Tommy's birthday happened.
Yeah.
We kind of just hung out. We got Indian food for dinner.
I think we were just tired from traveling, and
after that day, me and Tommy were like, I don't even want to get on a plane again for a while.
I know. Well, this is in the last month. No, since the middle of April. So in the last month and a half, 6 weeks, 3 of our trips, we have had problems with weather. We had a flight get delayed 5 hours due to weather, but end up taking off. And then on that flight, we had to completely, it was like a 3.5-hour flight, turned out to be like a 5.5-hour flight because we had to fly around weather. So that was one. Then the other one it wasn't as bad, just got delayed a couple hours, but it was because of weather. And now this one completely had to land at a different airport because of weather.
We've had like flights canceled and like delayed. I'd say that day was probably our worst flying experience.
Really? You think?
We haven't been like stuck on. I'm not a claustrophobic person, but when he said like we'll be on here for multiple hours, I started to get like sweat a little bit. I was like, I don't know if I can like the fact of like knowing you can't get off this if you want to.
Yeah.
It freaked me out a little bit. I was like, we've been on this plane for like 5 hours already. Like it really kind of freaked me out.
I'm pretty optimistic. I had hope. Honestly, I don't think that was our worst flying experience.
What do you think it was?
I think probably, well, because that one is like, you also are already on the plane, and with weather like that, you're just trying to make it to your location safely. So that's why it's like, I'm completely okay with however long it takes, because I just want to get home safely. And you don't want to mess with that. I would say probably that first original weather one where we got to the airport and it just kept getting delayed. Like, literally hours. Like we were in the airport for 5 hours, but it was like, it wasn't like a 5-hour delay. It was delayed an hour. You wait that hour, delayed another hour. You wait that hour. Like that kind of like anticipation of just seeing and then you're just sitting in this busy airport because there's 1,000 flights delayed. I think that's probably was like the most like annoying, because you're just in the airport and you're like, if this gets canceled after you sat in an airport for 6 hours.
Well, I more so meant like worst experience like on the plane.
Oh, on the plane. Yeah, that probably would mean that would a couple times.
All right. So moving on. Tommy has his surgery in a few days.
Yeah.
How are you feeling? So new people here, Tommy tore his meniscus probably 2 months ago?
2 months ago, I tore my meniscus, and this surgery is supposed to be, it was a very minor tear on what the MRI said. They don't know what the tear looks like. So for the surgery, they'll get in there with a camera, see what it looks like, and then they'll do the full surgery from there. But I have to decide whether or not I want to just remove the tear of my meniscus or have them repair it. Mm-hmm. And I have to decide that before surgery because they don't know to the extent of what it is when they go in.
Yeah,
and I'll be
like
out.
Wake you up.
Yeah.
You know?
So if they remove it, I just am gonna have like a 4 to 6 week recovery period. If they repair it, it's gonna be like a 6 months because they stitch it up, and it's gonna be like 6 months of recovery because your meniscus is literally repaired.
It's like paper thin.
Yeah.
But the removal, they said like you'll have a higher risk like when you're older of having like arthritis and stuff because like your meniscus like absorbs all of, like the pressure in your knees
or in the shock when you run and jump and everything and lift.
Yeah, so without that, like your knee will probably start hurting when you're older. With how active you are and how much like you like run and lift and stuff, like it probably would be an issue in the future.
Yeah, but if they repair it, then obviously your original meniscus is still in place. It'll still absorb and work the same. Once repaired, it's just I got to accept the fact that it could be a 6 month recovery. And also, depending on the tear with the repair, you need to factor in the fact where if it's a messed up tear, like it goes in like multiple directions, 6 months might not be enough for it to fully recover. Like it could still be a bit wonky and messed up because it was a weird tear.
Yeah, they said he would be like in a full leg cast and crutches for like at least 2 months.
And then start PT after that.
Yeah.
But best case scenario.
Yeah, we're hoping for just the small tear.
It's a small, tiny tear that they can't even repair. And I feel like I'm rapping out here.
I know.
Bars. That they can't even repair, that they would just go in there and just remove it. And I have 90% of my meniscus left. And I'm good.
I don't even care.
Hey, mic drop. So that's what we're hoping for. And based off of the conversations and what they saw in the MRI, it is like a 90% chance that it is that tiny little tear that just they're going to go in there and snip. But just in case, you got to decide, do you want to do the removal? Because if it's like 50% torn and they do the removal, just go and like get rid of the tear, they don't repair it, it's still the same recovery as removing like 10%. It's still at 6 weeks. So that's like the benefit of just removing it regardless of how big it is. It's just the more you remove, the more chance you have of arthritis in your future.
You're kind of just like pushing off knee problems for the future.
So Jess and I, this has been a topic between us because when I first found out how to make this option, I wanted to do the removal because I'm like, I am not about to just go through 6 months of recovery.
Tommy was like, I will be so depressed if I have to sit there in a full leg cast. And I said, I think that he should do the repair because I'm like, you're just kind of prolonging the issue when like you have a better chance of healing faster, like when you're younger and stuff.
Yeah.
But he was like, I'll be so depressed. Like you're gonna see like a really like a not good version of me. I'm not gonna be able to work out. I'm not gonna be able to like do some like your food videos because you're not like working out to be able to exert that energy.
Yeah.
And I was like, you can't turn into Nathan Scott.
Nathan Scott.
For One Tree Hill fans out there, I'm like, you can't turn into Nathan Scott on me. We're not going through that dark phase.
Yeah, and I wouldn't. I'm slowly coming to the acceptance of me doing the repair just because the fact of you only get one meniscus in this body. Like your body only comes with one meniscus. Yeah, you don't need it, but for what I do, like running marathons, wanting to play like volleyball, I mean, doing all the lifting that I do and the powerlifting, a meniscus would help down the line to keep that in there.
Yeah.
I'm still up in the air. I was leaning towards remove. Now I'm leaning towards repair. Best case scenario though, it's just tiny.
Yep.
And I'm good because if they remove just like 10% and that's all they got to do of the meniscus, that 90% is still like great. Like you're gonna absorb all of the shock. You're fine.
All right, moving on.
Yeah, that one's been weighing heavy on me. Also, I've never done surgery before.
It's got to be a spooky feeling.
It is. Like,
I feel like going under.
Yeah, and
like,
then they're just gonna dig into my body after they knock me out.
Yeah, at least it's not like I feel like an abdominal surgery would freak me out, knowing that they're like touching organs and stuff.
Yeah, like getting your appendix out or something.
I wouldn't want anyone opening my stomach.
Yeah, knee is not too bad.
Yeah. All right, but moving on.
Yes. We need to move on.
Olivia Rodrigo's new album. How do you feel about it?
I'm not a fan yet. I've been in this position before.
He does this every time a new album comes out. He does one listen.
That's why I said yet.
Yeah, he does one listen and he's like, can you please try something else? Like, I just don't want to listen to this anymore. And I'm like, Tommy, I have to at least listen to the songs like one time. I want to hear the album.
I don't know why her songs and her music specifically really needs to like, you got to force me to listen to it. And then I'll start to like some of the songs.
What do you like? Any of her songs? Like, do any come to mind? Where you're like, I actually do like that song.
Deja Vu.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Driver's License.
Mm-hmm.
I probably can't name too many. It's like American Girl or something.
All American.
All American.
Biatch.
All American Biatch. Oh no, I don't know if I really like that one too much. Yeah. I don't know. She just took too long to come out with music, so that's what I'm more salty about.
Yeah. Me and Tommy watched the Michael Jackson documentary. Good
documentary.
Very good. It's crazy because, like, obviously he's so popular and, like, our generation knows about him. I didn't know, like, that trial had happened.
Yeah. So, like, just go look it up. It's called Michael Jackson Verdict. We're just going to say our stance on it because if we get into the talking of it, this whole video is going to get restricted. But exactly. Do you find him guilty or not guilty?
I mean, I think he was definitely guilty.
I think he was guilty too.
I feel like people said like he had like Peter Pan syndrome. Here's my take. I think he grew up with like not a good father figure, and his dad forced him to have like an adult life like in his childhood. So I feel like he started off with the right intentions of wanting to give kids a fun childhood and be that fun father figure for them. But at some point it took a turn and he couldn't go back to how that was. Yeah.
And I just think, he took it too far with some of them. I think he created a relationship with some of the kids.
Yeah.
Not a lot of them.
It extended farther than just like a father figure relationship.
Right. That wasn't like his purpose at first, but I think he did so much good for kids that it definitely justified some of his actions and him thinking like, this is good for you. Like what I'm doing for you is good, even though it was crossing a line by so far.
But also some of those kids' parents made me really mad.
Oh, because they the parents, them.
Michael Jackson would like ask the parents, like, are you okay if your kid sleeps in the same bed as me? And they're like, yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
I'm like, your kid's 12 years old. Why would you want him to sleep? Like
it's definitely
obviously
a weird dynamic.
Michael Jackson's in the wrong because that's weird. But I feel like the parents, they get like starstruck and then they didn't have their kids' best intention in mind.
Right, for sure. It's definitely just not a normal situation like that. You never see that as just like that's okay.
And in the documentary, they had like people, the actual like jurors in there, and they said that like they played like a documentary about him and they were playing music and like everybody in the courtroom was like sitting there like dancing and they were like singing along to the songs, and the defense was like, this is not like, we're not supposed to be doing this.
One of the prosecutors was tapping his foot and the guy and the other prosecutor had to nudge him to say stop.
He's like, we're trying to put this guy in jail. But I thought it was a very interesting documentary because I didn't really know that much about him.
No,
I knew he was famous. I knew there was those like allegations about him. I didn't know how deep they went though.
No, me neither.
So I thought it was a very interesting documentary.
Okay, let's hop into the tea, sis.
Yeah.
This show that we're watching, Love Island.
Love Island. And we purposely waited to record this for Saturday morning because the recoupling happened last night. So we wanted to wait to be able to talk about that.
And oh my goodness, Soul and Sincere are together. Finally. That's who I voted for.
I don't think I like Sincere. I voted for them before Sincere made me mad.
I'm not a fan of Sincere and how he's acted in the last couple episodes, but I do think he is better with Soul than he was with Melanie.
And I really like Soul. I felt so bad when she started crying during that challenge. Cause I'm like, they're making her out to seem like she's trying to tear apart all these relationships and break girl code. That's what they like pied her for. But I'm like,
What is a bombshell supposed to do?
And she's going after one guy very respectfully. She's not like being crazy about it. I felt horrible for her this episode.
This season seems like a lot more cliquey.
Yeah, like they're not even like usually the girls don't interact with like the Casa girls. They're not even interacting with the bombshells.
Yeah, and it's the first like week and a half.
Yeah, they're the first like 4 bombshells to come in.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I know. I have not been happy about that because it's like, what do you expect? And then they're like, the bombshell came and started stirring it up. What?
That's what they're there for.
And it's like, yeah, I just don't like the clickiness because everyone is there for themselves. Everyone is there to find love.
Well, and knowing that like with Love Island, if you get casted, you all go to the hotel. You don't know like when you're gonna be put in the show. Like any of those the main girls could have been a bombshell.
Yes,
that's not like up to them. Like when they want to go, when they don't be like, oh, I want to be a bombshell to come in because I want to like make people mad.
So that's why I am cheering for Sincere and Soul, mostly because I'm cheering for Soul.
I like Soul a lot. She seems so nice,
and the opportunity now for her to fully pursue this connection with Sincere. Mm-hmm. And then who is the other one?
Beatrice went home.
Bea.
Yeah.
Beatrice.
I can't say it with the accent.
Uh-huh.
Bea. I wasn't.
Tough.
People on TikTok, they were funny because they were like, because we all voted for like the recoupling, but they were like, nobody told us that we were voting for this.
I know.
Like
someone going home.
Yeah.
Her and Gabe, strong connection, but Gabriel, are you really there for love?
I don't know. He just sort of stick his tongue out.
Yeah, stick his tongue out.
I can't.
Just like licks the whole face.
They have to turn down the noise on like the kissing scenes because it really like I can't. It's too much.
I liked in this last episode when they did the pie to the face. I think they are listening to people online because that one was a lot less kissing.
They have to chill out on like the physical challenges.
I mean, you just can't be like. It just shouldn't be kissing everyone. Like those gross challenges where they put into the slime and it's like select who you want to kiss. And you got to kiss like 3 people to get through the challenge.
Yeah. No, it's and like Love Island used to be like kissing outside of a challenge was like a milestone in your relationship.
That's
now
crazy.
It's just like Corbin's just like, hey, can you kiss me? He has every girl in the villa. Can I get a kiss?
So can I try that again with you?
Oh, and they're all like
Corb GPT.
Yeah, everyone says he's like AI. I'm like, he's a 22-year-old. Was he a DJ from Miami? No, is that Gabriel?
Gabriel's the DJ. I don't know what Corbin does. No, he just graduated, I thought. Or he was in school
He's 22 in Miami.
Yeah.
I feel like that's just red flag all over that.
Yeah, but I did like Corbin and Kenzie. I think they were making progress. Yeah. Although, were they being freaking the sheets that one night?
Yeah, I know. People think that that one shot of them was weird.
And like Kenzie biting her finger.
Yeah.
Just crazy that Love Island puts these shots in there.
I can't even imagine.
Yeah, it's getting wilder at nighttime in that villa.
Yeah. Oh, it's so weird to me.
It is very weird.
Then Gabe and Jen.
Yeah, they're now together. I haven't seen anything about Jen.
No, she really hasn't been on the show much.
No, which is kind of tough because I think they could be good, but I don't know because Jen, I have no idea who Jen is.
He was really sad about Bea leaving. He was crying.
I couldn't believe that. Yeah,
that was sad. Then Kenzie and Caleb.
Kenzie and Caleb.
It's so funny because she's between Caleb and Corbin, and I'm like, they couldn't be more like polar opposites.
Yeah,
like Caleb, this just like blonde hair, blue eyes, super country guy, and Corbin, this like light skinned guy from Miami. It was like they're just total opposites.
Yeah, one's wearing just like cargo's t-shirt, the other's in cowboy boots, jean jacket.
Yeah,
it's pretty funny. But I think for Kenzie, her better fit is Caleb. We'll see how Caleb is in a couple.
Yeah,
like is he going to be a good man in the couple? Well, we're going to find out because Corbin was pretty good. The only weird thing was what he did with Melanie.
He keeps asking to kiss everyone.
Yeah, I know.
Him and Gabe.
Kenzie did kiss Caleb, so I can see. I don't know why that bothered Kenzie so much. I don't know.
But Caleb's a bombshell. Like Corbin had already kissed Melanie previously.
That's true.
So it's not like, oh, like let's see if there's anything there. He's already kissed her before.
It was almost like he did that out of spite a little bit.
Yeah. Like I don't know.
It just bothered Kenzie more than I thought it should have due to how she was just making out with Caleb in Soul Ties.
Yeah.
I don't know. Tough situation for Corbin, honestly, because Kenzie is going to really like Caleb. And Corbin really likes Kenzie.
But I couldn't really get a read on her how she felt about the recoupling.
I couldn't either, actually. Okay, so Corbin.
Nope.
Do you think
Bosco's trying to get into the tree.
Why do you do this, man? Oh,
he can like jump kick off my stomach.
Do you think Corbin and Melanie are gonna be a good couple?
I think they could have been a good couple if they were together from the start. She's not gonna get anywhere with anyone while Sincere's in that villa.
Yeah, that's true. It's like she's got the Huda stare.
She does. She has like the Huda death stare.
Yeah.
She.
What are they calling? So it was Hurricane Huda, and they're calling her like Megastorm Melanie.
Yeah. I actually thought she was gonna be worse at the recovery. I thought she was gonna like be like Huda, where she's like, "What the?" I thought she was gonna like freak out.
I thought she was gonna be like Rob. Well, now you voted 2 out.
Yeah, she's not. You sending 3 home.
Now you sending 3 home.
Yeah, she just cried the whole time.
Yeah. This is gonna be at least drama with her staying in the villa. So at least I'm kind of like glad for that reason.
Yeah.
And Beatrice.
But tell him what you think Corbin should have done.
Oh yeah, I was thinking Corbin should have stood up there and he should have went against the odds and what people expected you to do and picking like a couple you think you're best with. He should have been like, I'm gonna go with the strategic play and I'm going to select Beatrice because I'm gonna do this in hopes that Beatrice goes for Gabe and I can still go for my girl Kenzie.
Caleb.
No, Beatrice goes for Gabriel. And then Corbin goes for Kenzie. What about Caleb?
But Kenzie's mash up with Caleb.
I didn't say Kenzie. I said Corbin's going to select Beatrice because Beatrice is going to not go for Corbin. Like they're not going to go for each other, but Beatrice is going to go for Gabriel.
Yeah.
Because they're a strong couple. And then Corbin can just focus on Kenzie.
That's what I'm saying. Kenzie.
Yeah. No, you said Caleb.
But like Beatrice goes with Caleb so that they can split up Kenzie and Caleb.
Oh, because Beatrice and Caleb were making out in the last challenge.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So Gabriel and Jen would just focus on each other.
Yes.
And then Beatrice would go for Caleb.
Yes.
You are one step ahead of me, girl.
That's what I thought you were talking about the whole time.
No, you're so right because I completely forgot that Beatrice and Caleb were going
They
at
were
it.
making out the whole challenge.
So anyways, that didn't happen. That could have really mixed things up. And then Melanie would have got the boot.
They'll keep her in for entertainment purposes.
Exactly. Yeah,
they gotta keep her in.
She's been the biggest, like the most explosive emotionally.
She's the biggest talking point right now.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
It's been a crazy last few episodes.
I know.
Which is
we had
why
a
we
late
watched the
night
show.
last night because we watched the USA World Cup soccer game, and then we watched the Island afterward. Yeah, we were up till like midnight last night trying to catch up on everything.
USA soccer team was looking really good. Beat Paraguay 4-1. Group stages just started for the World Cup. We do gotta go because I gotta leave in literally 2 minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah, World Cup, exciting games to come. We're gonna talk about that once more games have happened.
Yep.
So stay tuned for our next episode. We'll talk more World Cup and we'll talk more Love Islands. And we'll catch you guys there, little assholes. Thanks for listening today.
Bye, assholes.
Bye, assholes.